Hello everyone, welcome once again. So today we are going to talk about how to validate schema of API response. So when we hit an API, as a result of hitting the API, we receive API response. In this API response, we can validate multiple things. In the previous discussion, we covered validating response headers, body, and status code, as well as many other parameters we covered. And as part of the discussion today, we are going to talk about how to validate schema of API response. First of all, let us understand what is JSON schema. So JSON schema is a sort of document that define the expected structure, data types, required fields, and other constraints for JSON data. In our case, the JSON is response. So we are going to validate the expected structure, the data type of each field, what are the required fields, and whatever the constraints apply to that particular JSON response. And JSON schema is generally provided by developers. So we can ask developers about the contract and we can understand JSON schema for the expected response. And JSON schema validation is process of verifying these standards. So developers define the standards, and being a tester, we validate these standards with the help of JSON schema validation. Now talking about what are the benefits of JSON schema validation: data integrity, error prevention, and validation of required field. So we just discussed that with the help of JSON schema, we will be able to validate what are the required field in the JSON response and what are the optional field. Apart from it, we can validate that what is the type of each field. So data integrity would be maintained. If one field is supposed to return number, so we can validate that its type is number. And as a result, we can prevent the errors as well. Now this is the sample response for creating a booking. So we are creating a booking with some sample payload, and as a result, we are getting this particular response. If you take a look at this particular response, you will see the response is of type JSON object. Inside that we have booking ID, which is of type number. Then we have booking, which is of type again JSON object. Inside that we have first name, last name, total price, deposit paid. First name, last name are of type string, total price is of type number, and deposit paid is of type boolean. Similarly, booking dates is of type JSON object. Now how to validate JSON schema or how to create JSON schema, right? So this is the sample JSON schema corresponding to this particular response. So at the top we have object. So schema, this is optional thing that we can provide. Type, this is the root element. So at the root element of this particular response, we have JSON object, right? So that's why the type is object. Inside this particular JSON response, we have different properties like booking ID, booking, right? Inside booking, again, we have properties, right? So for that purpose, what we are doing is we are defining properties, and under properties, we are defining two properties. One is booking ID and then booking. And if I go back to booking ID is of type number. So this is how we defining type is integer. Likewise for booking, again, booking itself is a JSON object, right? So we have provided type as object and we have defined different properties. First name is string, last name is string, total price is integer, and deposit paid is boolean. Again, coming back to this booking dates, this is again a JSON object. So that's why we have defined type as object, and it has two properties, check-in and check-out, and the required fields are check-in and check-out both. Coming back now, additional needs, which is outside this booking dates, right? So again, the type is string here, right? And what are the required fields at this particular booking? So the required fields are first name, last name, total price, deposit paid, booking dates, additional needs, right? And at the root level, what are the mandatory fields? These are booking ID and booking. So this is how we create the schema. So we can manually create. Also, we can take help of online tools. So I'll talk about what tools we can use, right? And if we have array within our JSON response, suppose we have a JSON object, inside that we have tags as an array, and these are different items within the array. So this is how we define the schema. So the type for the root level is object, and it has properties, and properties is of type tags, and tags has type again array, and it has items which are again of type string, and the required field is tags in this particular JSON schema. So this is how we define the JSON schema, right? Now talking about how to validate this. For that purpose, first of all, we are going to install 𝐀𝐿. this is a library which is available and is widely used in JavaScript, TypeScript to validate the JSON schema. So we need to install this, and then after we need to import 𝐴𝐽𝐵 in the test file, and then we need to create our JSON schema corresponding to the JSON response. And then after using the 𝐴𝐽𝐵, we are going to load the schema and validate that particular schema against the response. And at last, we are going to verify the same. So let us validate the same by the practical demonstration. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this particular create booking request, right? So I'm going to this particular framework now and going to create a file schema.spec.ts. And now let us import test from Playwright test. Then after, let us create test and let us give it as schema validation. And the second argument is a function of type async. This is how do we define. Now we need a request fixture to interact with the API, and the API that we are going to interact with is the create booking. So I'm simply going to copy this particular endpoint, and let us come back here. Request dot, what is the method that is post. So the first argument is this particular endpoint. We can provide the entire endpoint, or we can provide up till this if you have configured base URL. In my case, in the playwright.config.ts, under this particular project, I have configured base URL. So I can provide this particular endpoint only, right? And the second argument is options, right? So this is how do we define options. So what does it accept? It accepts headers. So let us create headers first and provide content type application JSON. Content type application JSON. Okay. Then after, what does it need? It need body, right? So in order to provide body, we can provide like this, and let us create body outside and give it as booking payload. Let us copy this particular response and put it here. We can change first name, last name, or whatever the data you want to change, you can change it, right? And now what we need to do, we can remove these curly braces and we can directly provide this particular booking payload. Okay. And as this is asynchronous request, because post may take some time in creating the resource, so let us use await and let us store this into response. And then after, let us convert this response into JSON. Again, I'm going to use response.json method, and it will create the response in JSON. And let us store this into response body variable. Okay. So we are sorted so far. Let us try to print this particular body. If everything looks good, then the test case will pass. So we are able to create the booking, right? So now we want to validate JSON schema. For that purpose, I'm simply going to right click on this particular project and click on open in terminal. And then I'm going to use npm install 𝐴𝐽𝐵. And as a result, I'll install 𝐴𝐽𝐵 library, right? In my case, it was already installed. That's why I'm seeing that it is up to date. In your case, it will take time to download, very few seconds. Now let us import 𝐴𝐽𝐵. From where we need to import? We need to again import it from 𝐴𝐽𝐵, right? And now let us comment this particular line and let us create object of 𝐴𝐽𝐵. And how do we create? New 𝐴𝐽𝐵. This is how do we create. Now we need to load JSON schema, right? So for that purpose, what I can do is I can create again const JSON schema, or let us give some meaningful name, booking schema, And let me go to Notepad because I have kept it here. And let me copy here and put it like this, right? So this is booking schema. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is using this 𝐀𝐏𝐈 dot compile is a method where we can provide this particular booking schema and it will return a validatable function. So if I go inside this, it returns validatable function. Let us store it as validate, right? Now what we can do is we can now compare this JSON schema with the booking with this particular response body, right, which is in JSON, right? So we need to provide validate and this particular response body, right? So when we will provide this, it will return true or false, right? So let us store the result, right? Now what we can do, let us try to print console.log and result. Okay, and let us run this particular test case and see if everything works fine or not. So we see the test case got passed and we are seeing true. It means the schema validation was successful. What if we modify the schema? Let us modify this booking ID and its type, let us make it as string, while the expected value is integer. So let us run this particular test case and see what we are going to get. So we see we are getting false, but the test case is still passing. Why it is passing? Because we haven't used assertion. So let us use assertion. For that purpose, I'm going to import expect from Playwright library. So expect is used to provide assertions in Playwright. So let us use the same, right? So what I'm going to do now is expect and result. Let us compare this with Boolean. That is true in this case. Okay. So now when I will run this particular test case, this time it will fail. So we will print false and then after it will fail as well. So you see, we are printing false, meaning the test case is printing false, and we are seeing the failure in the test case as well because of this particular expect, right? Now it is showing some limited information. We are not seeing why this particular field got failed. For that purpose, we can provide second argument, that is this particular validate dot errors, right? And we can enclose this into JSON dot stringify. So JSON dot stringify, and let us enclose this here. And now let us run this particular test case once again. Okay, if you will see now, we will see some relevant message this time, right? So this is how we can print the relevant message. So let us revert this and now let us validate the required field. For example, these are the required field at the root level. Let us say we add additional field which is not supposed to be returned in the response, right? So I'm adding ABC 1 2 3, right? So the response is not going to return it, but we have provided this as a required field, and as a result the test case will fail. So if we take a look at this particular response, it is saying that ABC 1 2 3 is our required field, but we haven't received it. So this is how we can perform schema validation, right? Next, we can talk about how to generate this particular schema. For that purpose, what you can do is you can use this particular website or you can use anything from Google. You copy the response. For example, this is the response. You simply copy it and you paste it here in the left hand side, and on the right hand side you will get the schema. Moving further, so far what we are doing is we are writing the schema, the payload, everything inside this particular test case itself, right? So how to make it clean? So for that purpose, what we can do is we can create a file and let us give it name booking schema dot JSON, right? And now let us come to this schema dot spec dot ts and copy this particular schema and put it here. Let us save this and let us remove this particular section from here. Sorry, we missed some part. So let us copy till this, right? And paste it into the booking schema.json, right? Now let us come back here and let us remove this particular booking schema as well. Now we have moved this booking schema into a separate JSON file. So let us import this. So how to import it? Let us give it name booking schema. And from where we need to import? We need to import from this particular booking schema.json. For that purpose, we need to provide double colon, not double colon, double dots, and then after provide slash, it will start pointing to the root level folders, right? So we want to point to schema, and then after we can point to booking schema.json. So everything now looks good, right? So we can copy this particular booking schema and then we can provide it here. And now let us try to run this particular test case. So this test case should execute now. So you see test case got passed, right? To validate that this particular schema from JSON is working fine, let us again modify this booking ID as string and let us run this particular test case once again. So we see it got failed this time because of the failed type. So this is what I wanted to cover as part of schema validation. Thank you for watching. I would request you to please like, share and subscribe. Thank you once again.